Hello, and welcome to Artificial Intelligence and Academic Integrity in Distance Education. I'm Dr. Norma Jones, along with Professor Heidi Williams and Dr. Alex Parisky. We are all serving at Antelope Valley College in California, USA. In this video, we will address the following. First, what is artificial intelligence or AI? Second, the emerging impact of AI on distance education. And third, some specific tools to address student learning and academic integrity issues. Let's get started. What is artificial intelligence? We will use AI to refer to artificial intelligence. According to Pei Wang, in their 2019 article entitled On Defining Artificial Intelligence in the Journal of Artificial General Intelligence, there are several different ways to consider how we define AI. The author suggested that specific definitions should be based on how AI is used, as well as the usage in individual perspectives and fields. From there, ChatGPT-4 suggested that AI is the simulation of human intelligence in machines programmed to think and act like humans. Based on these definitions, we may consider AI in higher education to be how we communicate with technology in ways that are similar to human interactions. In other words, like communication itself, AI usage may very well become an essential soft skill. With that in mind, let's next consider the emerging impact of AI on higher education and distance education. In 2023, in the American Journal of Distance Education, editor William C. Deal wrote that AI will allow more opportunities for flexible learning. At the same time, Boskert and their colleagues, in their article entitled Speculative Futures on ChatGPT and Generative Artificial Intelligence, AI, a collective reflection from the educational landscape, noted that some educators may fear the uncertainty of AI. This article was published in the Asian Journal of Distance Education in 2023. Deal also suggested that educators working in the online and distance education space may be at the leading edge of using and deploying emergent technology because of the nature of their teaching modalities. Next, let's consider some tools to address student learning and academic integrity. As AI is growing exponentially, and we are starting our first regular semester of that proliferation, we will address some of the tools we are planning to use in our classes. We will follow up after the semester ends to address the usefulness of these tools. These tools include drafts and reflections, scaffolding with presentations, and expertise and management. Let's start with using drafts and reflections. In her English course, my collaborator, Professor Williams, will have her class use ChatGPT to elicit an early draft of their essays that will be a starting off point. Then, as a class, the classmates will do several revisions while evaluating whether the decisions the AI made were effective or not. The students will come away with a new version for themselves that will be their essay. Lastly, the students will write a small reflective essay about what they changed and why. Next, let's address scaffolding with presentations. As an English as a second language student, I incorporated some of my education from learning English into my communication assignments. For me, this meant that instead of asking for just a few summative submissions, I attached them to more formative ones instead. In practice, this means that I scaffolded traditional summative submissions, such as papers and projects with drafts and workshops. Then I added oral reports with in-class discussions. This way, about half of any grade associated with a paper or project is tied into these drafts, oral reports, and in-class discussions. I also include clear AI usage policies, as well as a short video introducing how to use AI effectively and ethically. In that video, I included both the positives and negatives of using AI. I also added details such as how to cite and reference AI-generated content, as well as warnings about the misusage of AI. Thus far, students are reporting that they are excited to learn how to use AI for their coursework now and in their future careers. Lastly, let's look at expertise and management of AI. With the emergence and prevalence of AI, it is increasingly difficult for educators to determine if submissions are students' original work or AI-generated. This is because plagiarism detectors such as Turnitin may not be able to pinpoint the original text and source. Instead, In a 2023 Ars Technica article, Ben J. Edwards reported that AI detectors measure two factors. The first is perplexity, or the level of surprisingness of the submitted text. The second is burstiness, which refers to the variability in the writing. The working theory was that AI-generated content is less perplex and bursty when compared to our writing. However, as AI learns from us, its generated content is becoming more perplex and bursty. This means not only do we not have clear sources to pinpoint, it also means that the percentage of false positive rates of AI detectors will continue to increase. In fact, the creators of ChatGPT, OpenAI, stopped their development of their text classifier AI detector after just a few months. In that same Ars Technica article, entitled, "Why AI Detectors Think the U.S. Constitution Was Written by AI," GPT-0 founder Edward Tian noted that his service should be used to help manage, integrate, and educate students on the effective usage of AI. He added that GPT-0 should not be used to punish students for plagiarism. With that in mind, we suggest that educators across modalities should consider gaining expertise in AI as part of the process of managing, integrating, and educating on the usage. This way, we are not only teaching our students how to use AI tools ethically, responsibly, and effectively now, but also preparing them for their futures. As an example, the voiceover used in this video is an AI clone of my real voice. Additionally, image elements were created using tools of AI. In this video, we address the following. First, what is artificial intelligence or AI? Second, the emerging impact of AI on distance education. And lastly, we provided some specific tools to address student learning and academic integrity issues. I'm Dr. Norma Jones. Along with my collaborators, Professor Williams and Dr. Parisky, we thank you for joining us as we explored artificial intelligence and academic integrity in distance education.